Welcome to VR Interphysics channel. If you like the video, like it, share it and subscribe my channel for next upcoming videos. Today's topic is reflection of light and laws of reflection. Hi, today we are going to discussing a interesting topic for us. If it not is there, we can't survive in our life. At least 1 minute also it's not possible. So here, what is that one? Are you guess? Okay, I will explain. So here, in our daily life, we are observing so many objects which are in our surroundings. So, how it is possible? In the daytime, due to the sunlight, it's possible to see the objects in our surroundings. In the night time, it's possible? No, there is no sunlight. So here, due to in the place of sunlight, we are using fluorescent bulbs or the candles, etc. So by those we are observing our surrounding objects. So here, due to light, it's possible to see the objects which are in our surroundings. So today we are going to discussing the topic light and reflection of light, properties of the light, etc. So here it is described in the lesson name ray optics and optical instruments. So today we are going to discussing about the light. So first of all, here before going to the topic, here a small history is there. So many members don't know about the history of light. So here few years back, few decades back, not the years. So many few decades back, people think over that they have a inner light in their eyes. So that's why it is able to see the objects clearly. But it is discarded. Why? Because they think if we have inner light in the daytime and in the night time, always we have to see the objects clearly. But it is not possible in the night time. So here we don't have inner light in our eyes. It is discarded. And after some years, after some decades, it is observed by the people. They discovered light is coming from the lighter objects and it is reaching for our eyes, and from our eyes light is goes felt on the objects. That's why it is able to see the objects like this. But it is also discarded. Why? Because after some years people observed when they see the lighter objects directly, it feels, it hurts their eyes. So that's why it is also discarded. And after a few decades back, it is discovered light is coming, and light is coming from the brighter objects. It falls on the objects and it will be reaches to our eyes. It doesn't bounce at our eyes. So it is came as theory of light. So finally it is concluded, and by this objects are divided as two types. From this theory, object divided as two types. One is the luminous objects. First one is the luminous objects, and second one is the non-luminous object. Second one is the non-luminous objects. So what is the difference this both? What is the luminous objects? What is the non-luminous objects? I am giving some examples. Sunlight or the sun, and fluorescent bulb, chair, wall, pen and the candle, like this. So here if you take the sun or the light or the fluorescent bulb or the candle, from these objects light is coming. So it means from these objects light is generating by its own. But when you observe wall or the pen or the floor or the chair, these are not, can't generate the light by its own. So here, depending upon this variation, objects are divided. Which objects can generate light by their own, those objects called as a luminous objects. Example, fluorescent bulbs or the candles or the sunlight, these are them. And second one is the non-luminous objects. Which objects can't produce the light by its own, those are called non-luminous objects, and remaining objects total are example for the non-luminous objects. So this is about the types of the objects depending upon the light. And here once observe, I am giving the one property of the light, that is the reflection. So before going to this reflection, by the definition of the ray of light in the luminous objects, they are told that one, light always travels in all directions in a straight line. So it is called as a ray of light. So what is the meaning of ray of light? It is defined as it is a straight line path along which light will be travels. So that is the ray of light. So depending upon this, reflection is concluded. Observe, when you are bouncing a ball to the wall, then what happens? This wall comes to the line and it touches the wall, it comes to the back, it bounces to the back. In the same way, when you are taking the surface of the one plane, one object, one ray will be comes and it touches to the surface of the object and comes to the back side like this. So here this is called as a reflection. So it means when a light ray will be incidence, it touches to the surface of the object, it comes to the, it bounces or it reback to the to that plane, it is called reflection of light. So the definition of the reflection of light is when a incident ray will be touch the surface, touch at the point of the surface of the object, it will be rebounds, it will be reback to that plane only. So that is called as a reflection of the light. So for the reflection, it will be follows two laws. Why? Because here it is the incident ray, it is a reflected ray. So why it is going to in that direction only? Why it comes to goes in this or it comes to in this only? So it follows two laws. Here, before going to the laws, you have to know the two words. One is the incident ray, second one is the reflected ray, third one is the normal ray. So here, what is the incident ray? Which ray of light is coming from the luminous object? That is called incident ray. So which is touching, that is incident ray, and which is reback to the plane, that is called reflected ray. And what is the normal? Normal means incident ray is touching at the one point on the surface of the object. So at this point, which is perpendicular line, so this is called as a normal. So here this is the incident ray, this is the incident ray, and this is the reflected ray, and this is the normal ray. So these are the about three rays. So here first law of the reflection is angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. So here what is the angle of incidence and what is the angle of reflection? Angle of incidence means it is the angle between the incident ray to normal. So this is called as a angle of incidence, represented the letter theta I. So angle between the incident ray and the normal, it is called angle of incidence, and angle between the reflected ray and the normal, it is called angle of reflection. So here what is the first law? Always angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection, theta I is equal to the theta R. So this is the first law. And next, second law. Here in the plane, incident ray and the reflected ray and the normal always will be lies in only one plane only. It not lies on the two or three planes. So always it will be lies only one plane. Here observe, incident ray, it is upper side of the surface. Reflected ray, it is also upper side of the surface. Normal, it is also upper side of the surface. So it means the second law of the reflection is incident ray, reflected ray and normal. Three will be lies on the upper side of the surface only. So this is the second law of the reflection. So here this is about the reflection and laws of reflection. And once again, so what is the definition of reflection? When one incident ray, one ray of incident light beam will be touched to the surface of the object, it will be rebounds, reback to that plane only. So that is called reflection. And here first law of the reflection is the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. So that is the first law. And second law is the always incident ray, reflected ray and the normal all will be lies in only one plane. So that is the second law. In our next session we will discuss about the definition of some words, pole, center of curvature, radius curvature, like that, and sign convention. Thank you for watching my video.